and welcome to my kitchen. Today I want to invite you to think about a really simple recipe that you could make just using some gluten-free cookies. These things are really good, and if you're like me, sometimes when you're on a gluten-free diet you can't really figure out, you just don't think of what it is that you could eat that's simple to make, and so that's why I'm going to show you my gluten-free recipe for gluten-free chocolate-covered ginger snaps. This is another really keep it super recipe, so let me show you what we'll be doing. First thing we're going to do is use some milk chocolate morsels, which we have right here. We have gluten-free ginger snaps. These are from Trader Joe's. They have right here gluten-free on them, ginger snaps, and they are an 8-ounce bag. I don't want to use up the whole bag, because if I do that, then my husband will probably eat them all. He goes nuts when he gets things for gluten-free, sadly to say. You'll need a baking pan with some wax paper here, or parchment paper, whatever you have, to put these guys on once you've dipped them in the chocolate. You're also going to need a double broiler. What I do is I don't have a double broiler. I just go ahead and take 2 pots, one pot that fits in the other, add some water, as you see here, a couple of inches. You want to make sure you have enough water in here to satisfy the amount of time that you're going to need to melt all your chocolate. If you get something that smells like it's burning, then you know that the pot's probably empty and you need to add more water. And on goes the other pot. There you go. So there it is. Now we have an automatic double broiler going on there. Now we'll just add in our milk chocolate morsels. And as you know, when you're working with chocolate, you can always add more morsels to melt. If you melt too much chocolate, then you get stuck eating it or throwing it out. So kind of estimate how much chocolate you think you're going to need. Now what you want to do is add about a teaspoon of oil to that so that it gets real creamy. Pop in about a teaspoon of oil. That's olive oil I'm using. You can use whatever oil you'd like. Place our heat on a low temperature setting. A few minutes to start melting, and I'll see you back. We're going to check our chocolate out and see how it's doing with melting up. Alright, we'll have another look at our chocolate. It's melting up, but you know, to me it looks a little thick. Go ahead and add about another tablespoon of oil. There. Alright, here we go. Our chocolate's melted, so what we're going to do is start dipping our cookies into our chocolate. Okay, there's our ginger snap. Alright, there we have it. And onto the cookie sheet it goes, just like that. You can also use microwavable chocolate if you'd like. I'm only dipping about halfway. That's plenty of chocolate there. Right, so I'm going to finish these up, and then I'll see you back here. Alright, so I finished up dipping my ginger snap cookies. I have a few in my bag. They're kind of crumbly. They kind of look like this. So I was thinking a really good idea that you could use for the crumbly ones is you use these to make a really nice pumpkin cheesecake, and I'm actually going to have a crust that's gluten-free, and I think it's going to taste really good, and I think pretty much all I'm going to need to do is add a little bit of butter just to keep it together after I smash them up, pop them in my pie pan, and I think this will be a great idea. Alright. So let's get back to what we were doing. I have 18 cookies here. I hope you can see these. They look really good. We're going to pop these in our refrigerator, and we're going to let them set up for probably about a half hour. Bring it a little closer. I have one little cookie that was broken, so I went ahead and stuffed it down in some chocolate, and I'll come right back here and we'll try it and see how it tastes. Oh, and don't forget, when you put your cookies into your refrigerator, make sure you clear out some room in there so that you have room for your baking pan, because I didn't have a lot of room and I had to do a little bit of adjusting. So now I'm back and we're going to try out this really good cookie. It's right here. I'm going to give it a try, see how it tastes. There's a lot of melted chocolate on here. We'll try it out. Wow. This is really good. Tastes delicious. You know, these gluten-free hand-dipped ginger snaps make a great gift because you're giving them something that you've not only handmade but that they can eat. I'm in a nice little box with a bowl on. Have our gluten-free cookie with some chocolate on it, and feel like that we are not missing a thing when it comes to cookies and chocolate. I thank you for watching. I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you next time.